the carpenter.
A highly skilled carpenter who had grown old was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house-building business and live a more leisurely life with his family. He would miss the paycheck, but he needed to retire. The employer was sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter agreed to this proposal, but made sure that this will be his last project, being in a mood to retire. The carpenter was not paying much attention to building his house. His heart was not in his work. He resorted to poor workmanship and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end his career. When the job was done, the carpenter called his employer and showed him the house. The employer handed over some papers and the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter was in a shock. What a shame! If he had only known that he was building his own house, he would have made it better than any other house that he never built. Our situation can be compared to this carpenter. God has sent us to this world to build our homes in paradise by obeying His commands, Niwi. We have to decide how well we wish to build the homes where we will live forever.
Short story, The Magic Paintbrush.
Rose loved drawing. She was very poor and didn't have pens or pencils. She drew pictures in the sand with sticks. One day, an old woman saw Rose and said, "Hello. Here's a paintbrush and some paper for you." "Thank you," smiled Rose. She was so happy. HMMM. What can I paint? She thought. She looked around and saw a duck on the pond. "I know. I'll paint a duck." So she did. Suddenly, the duck flew off the paper and onto the pond. "Wah," she said, "a magic paintbrush." Rose was a very kind girl, and she painted pictures for everyone in her village. She painted a cow for the farmer, pencils for the teacher, and toys for all the children. The king heard about the magic paintbrush and sent a soldier to find Rose. "Come with me," said the soldier. "The king wants you to paint some money for him." "But he's already rich," said Rose. "I only paint to help poor people." But the nasty soldier took Rose to the king. "Paint me a tree with lots of money on it," he shouted. Rose was brave and said no, so the king sent her to prison. But Rose painted a key for the door and a horse to help her escape. The king chased after her, so she painted a big hole, and splat, the king fell in today. Rose only uses her magic paintbrush to help people who really need help.